Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the last presentation and it's a really tough task on my part to keep you active and going before you go back home. I'll try to do the best that I can. Basically, I'm not going to be talking any high funda. Absolutely, there won't be any formulas, no product descriptions, nothing. But I need 1 minute of your time before I really talk about my subject. And during this 1 minute, be true to yourself, close your eyes, and just think of those problems which came in your profession and those problems which delayed you people going back home and meeting your loved dear ones. Can I have this 1 minute? And please be sure, I have already put my timer on the mobile. I will not be taking more than 15 minutes to talk about this part and another 2 minutes for one more product which I will be showing you. Now please just close your eyes, be true to yourself because I want your feedback to make my presentation after this. Just think what are the problems that made you go delayed. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, can anybody tell me what are the problems that you faced during the course of your process, in your industrial process? Any specific problem for which you had to delay going back home?
Management.
Now, everybody was leaving the factory right in time? Sure? Now, if you can see, sir. No, that's what. See, 1 minute I gave you a break so that you could close your eyes and just relax yourself. That was one intention of mine. The second intention was some sort of a feedback that I could get from your side. If there is any machinery breakdown during the course of your process, your immediate senior asks you, no, first clear out that problem because the next batch is going to work on it. So unless you clear that, then probably, or your reliever has to come and then you have to leave it. Or there are cases where for hours together you don't have to see your loved ones. So, yeah.
So we had a motor 225 kilowatt which was running off load in a perfect manner. And which, then as load was being put on it, it was taking a very high starting current.
Yeah.
We replaced the pump, everything is okay. Now we doubt, now it's in a place that we cannot remove the pontoon now. We've done after a couple of days, we cannot open up the motor. So we doubt there could be something in the rotor. Now how could we check whether there's some problem in the rotor? Because with the motor checker, we check the status is okay, perfect. It's running off load. But while taking load of a pump, it takes a very high starting current and doesn't come down. What could we have to do?
Yeah, I just will answer. We'll take that at the end of the thing. Now, these are some of the problems which probably you people face during the course of your time. Now, why does this happen? Now, I'll tell you, everybody is aware of power factor. Anyway, my topic has already been shown there on the screen. I'm going to be talking about power factor. I'm not going to be talking about any other topic. But why this power factor? Is it so important for you? Nobody bothers to maintain a unity power factor. You do maintain power factor nearer to unity just because the utility says if you don't maintain, you are going to be penalized. Now, at whose cost? Why do you have to maintain a unity power factor? See, I will relate this. Of course, those of you who have already attended one of the earlier sessions, for you it is not new. See, power factor in electrical systems is as good as a blood pressure of a human being or any living organism. You take a blood pressure of lower case, we are into danger. High blood pressure, we are into danger. In case of electrical systems as well, if you have a low power factor, electrical systems are into danger. If you have a high power factor, that is a leading power factor, your electrical systems are into danger. But only difference, there the electrical device fails, here the light goes. To keep you stationed quite healthy, that one thing is try to maintain a unity power factor at the root level at all given points. If I go and measure a power factor at any given point in an industry, if it reaches 0.95 to 98, be sure you are having a healthy atmosphere prevailing within an industry. Same case, if I have a healthy blood pressure without me being on medications, then I am a healthy person. So is the case with this. Now, how do we maintain this? Certainly, when you said, I said any root level point, any point across a given industry, if you are having a power factor of 0.95 to 98, that means I am totally keeping myself away from APFC, automatic power factor controllers. APFC will come to my saving only when I meet with an accident. That is, when one of the root interior capacitor fails or something goes wrong with the system, just as a friend of mine mentioned it there. So only in such case does the APFC come into our savings. Otherwise, APFC is not your power saver. APFC is not going to cut down on your maintenance costs. APFC will never give you any positive feedback except avoid penalties. But the root level power factor is the one which saves on your power factor penalty, saves on the voltage variations within an industry, prevents maintenance cost from day one to and on and on. Now, how does this happen? Well, when you go through, you will be able to see this. I will not elaborate much on this. You also know the figures of industry consumption, agriculture consumption, and fortunately, we are all educated here. I call everybody as educated for a simple reason. We know by the books what power factor is, what power factor definition is, how does power factor relate to various blah 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 blah. But we are not, some of us are not literates when it comes to question of power factor. We are all sure, everybody, anyone, any electrical engineer who asks you or whomever you ask will say power factor has got nothing to do with the units consumption. Kilowatt and power factor are two different entities. Kilowatt will never change irrespective of what your power factor is. Will everybody agree with me? Is it true that kilowatts and power factor are two different entities? Sir? Now, please be louder so that I can see. What is this? Now, I'll ask you, is it that kilowatt divided by kVA which gives you the power factor? True. Work done by the device will remain the same. It will never change. Whether you put it under unity power factor or you put it under normal standard power factor by default, whichever it gives you back. Then why are we talking about relation between this? Yeah, MD will change, certainly. But point is it that the motor or the device which gives you back the power factor alone responsible for your performance? Is it not anything to do with the MCB? Is there no MCB in the circuit? Is there no cable in the circuit? Then who accounts for these losses? Who has to consider the cable loss? Who has to consider the MCB loss, contact loss? So it is basically the net power consumption of a device, of a system, that is ultimately responsible for power savings. And when you maintain a unity power factor right from the root level, I will tell you, power factor and the current that flows in the system are inversely proportional. Higher the nearer the unity power factor, lower is the current drawn. Lower the power factor, higher the current drawn. So by default, by this default definition, you will know current in the cable comes down with respect to the power factor prevailing in the industry. Heating of the cable comes down, and if the heating comes, the cable comes down, so is the MCB failures in the system. Now, in this course of process, the loss across the cable and the MCB will drastically get reduced because there are no I squared R losses with respect to unwanted job. I squared R losses with respect to what done by the motor exists, but with respect to what is called hypothetical current, that is a theoretical current or unwanted current is reduced. If the cable loss reduces, maintenance of the cable comes down, life of the cable doubles up or triples or it may last forever, and the MCBs will never fail. So when these supporting devices, that is driving the motor or any device, are in a healthy note, then we are sure there can never be any problems with respect to the process. There can be related problems with respect to the other devices like overloading, suddenly you develop a high torque application. All those things are different. But when you look at the total scenario, you are very, very comfortable and the maintenance people can simply forget that their systems will never have any problems. Now, like I said, kilowatt and power factor by default, by definition, are independent. But if you take the total system as a whole, they are interrelated. So I still do not, this statement is true at some point of this when you measure kilowatts at the point of job being executed, that's the task point. But if you take the total system as a whole, it's not true. I'll just give an example here. This was a case. One of the units where we measured the power factor that was prevailing within the industry, root level power factor, was 0.45 to 0.5. And the current that was flowing through the cable was in the range of around 100 amps. Now, after the power factor was improved, you will find power factor is almost nearer to unity 0.95, 94, 97, and the current is down by half. Now, if you look, go back, the kilowatts consumed is in the range of around 34 to 38. Average, we can say, is 37, 36.91. Now, after the power factor correction, the power unit consumption has come down to around 35 units. There is a peak power. Until I would say there is a peak power draw and not the unit consumption. So why is it that? Why is that the unit kilowatts has reduced drastically? is almost around 10% reduction. This is because the system loss, that the cable, MCB, VFD, all other devices which were consuming power in its system by default has come down by around 10%. Now this is the conclusion of what I have just mentioned. Now there is a very critical parameter that has got to be observed here. Very good. If you maintain root level power factor, you are saving on your maximum demand or you are saving on your peak demand. And the net result on the unit reduction, you see, ultimately everybody is concerned about money. So here we are going to save to the extent of from 2 to 3% and not more than this. Your unit consumption reduction is by to the extent of around 2 to 3%, whereas your peak demand comes down by around 10%. This is mainly related to the process that we are working on, because there is no constant supply of load on the motor. It varies to a certain extent. So that variation will create this difference. Now, what do we infer in this? It is basically this, that the root level power factor will keep you on a healthy note. And the conclusion is, it is not just, okay, 15 minutes up. By you maintaining a healthy power factor, you are going to cut on your cable losses, you are going to cut on the cable life, improve upon the life of the cable, improve upon the life of the MCBs, and all the related systems. One check. Now, when we do this root level power factor improvement,